Hello, this is the third episode of the thing we're doing.
Hello there.
Hopefully we're getting a little bit better. You want to talk about your news, or do you want to talk about my news?
I got something to tell a lot of people about.
Alright.
Okay, I was at work yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It was around probably...
You made it. You got work.
Yeah, it was probably like part of my second shift. Because I just got done eating lunch at 7:30.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty hard work.
It is, and I'm outside in the heat, so
Alright.
I'm sweating my butt off and pushing them carts.
Yeah.
And then I was getting some Gatorade because we allow 2 Gatorades per day.
Yeah.
So one of the coworkers,
Yes.
she came up to me and asked for my name.
Well, let's not get our hopes up.
No, it's not. It was just out of the blue because I'm just minding my own business, looking for Gatorade so I can go back outside
Okay.
and finish my work till 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, I work some stupid hours. 3:30 to 11 sucks because I'm in the heat.
Yeah, it's like I think we said in the last podcast. It's a radical change from man-child to real work.
I still can act like a child outside because it's just me outside.
Eesh.
I don't have to worry about anybody, so I'm just humming, singing.
Helping out occasionally.
Yeah.
Uh,
Got my first paycheck yesterday.
Okay. Ah! That was a weird offbeat speech. I didn't mean to be silent there. You see what I made yesterday? Did you check out my channel yet?
No, because I've been so busy at work. I don't have a chance to check it. And plus, Mom made me the lunch yesterday.
Was it cookies?
No. It was like breaded chicken with my favorite side dish from like Thanksgiving. She made me my favorite green bean casserole.
That doesn't sound too bad, to be honest.
Yeah, she knows what I like.
I ended up trying to do a Let's Play of Minecraft yesterday.
Oh, really? How did that go?
Farther than you think, but I still failed.
You know, when I was playing Minecraft for my Twitch stream,
Yeah.
all my viewers watched me die over and over and over again because I was playing on my phone.
Alright.
And I had a hard time playing. I'm like, I'm dying all the time. It sucks.
Well, I'll give you the title to the actual video. It says, "Fat man who's never done a Let's Play or used a laptop for a Let's Play." Crap! No, I screwed. Fat man who's never used a laptop or computer attempts a Let's Play and fails exactly how you'd expect. I couldn't even walk.
Wow.
I could start game. I didn't check any of the settings. And I literally just I had to learn to even do certain actions, and I couldn't even break things or try to like
Do things.
do anything really. And after about 12 minutes, I learned a little bit more, and then the game crashed on me, and then it just ended. I decided to upload the recording and put a little few jokes in there.
I'm self-taught playing video games on PC.
Okay.
So, W is to walk forward, S is to walk backwards.
Yes.
E to go walk sideways, right, and then use A to move to the left.
Yes.
And then you use the mouse to look around, and you use the right click to mine things, and left click to place down.
See, that's the problem for me. Is like I got to the point where I was able to break things. I finally managed to get to the menu. That was the last thing I learned, and I made oak planks and all that stuff.
I like making the crafting tables.
I couldn't for the life of me learn how to, because my laptop doesn't have a mouse. I don't know how to place things down.
If you need to, you can borrow my mouse if you're gonna play some Minecraft, because I got a mouse.
Sure.
I got a mouse and a keyboard, so you don't have to use your keyboard and your mouse on your laptop.
Yes.
Because when I play on my laptop, I'm playing like Roblox or like that game that you saw me play not that long ago.
The weird gun ghost game thing.
No, it was the other one with my level.
Second Life.
It was, you saw it. It was like a RPG game, and my character was a female. And Jordan's all like, "Oh, she's hot. She's hot." He's trying to go out with my character.
No.
Well, I'm like level like 89, 189.
Okay. Okay. Level 89.
189.
189.
Yeah, because I keep on finding big bosses.
Oh, the one that I said was like an auto clicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not.
I think I leveled up ever since then. I think I'm level 200 now.
I'm not necessarily a fan of auto clickers because it doesn't really test you for anything but maybe your patience.
No, not really. I have all the patience in the world, trust me, because I'm at work and people are pushing my patience, and I'm like, oh God, don't push my patience.
Remember, go to that zone mode that I told you about.
I do. It's like, because some people like treat me like crap, and I'm like, you're the wrong person you want to treat like crap. I have a high temper. And I'll probably lose my job if I break your arm.
A lot of crap is happening to both of us, to be honest. The job that I tried to apply at yours did fall through as well.
Yeah.
But I did actually go out and look for work myself on hand, and I actually found a few places that are like
hiring.
No, that are kind of like Superior Grocers, where you go and hand them in the actual application. You get to know them.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, McDonald's. Yeah, I checked that place out, the one near us, and they have scheduled interviews on automatic. On the doors, they said interviews on like Tuesdays or Wednesdays. That's why I said I told you.
Yeah.
I want to go on Wednesday. There's also another place called Frosty's where that's the one that wants that says that I can either apply online or hand in the application personally, and that's where I think I could actually work because I suck at technology when it comes to applying to things. But when I tend to get a job whenever it's a physical application.
I see you should go like to McDonald's on Wednesday and get a job there. Flipping burgers all day.
My plan is to go to both places and do that
interview.
See if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them about it, and hopefully I'll get the interview on that day.
Yeah, because I'm glad I'm working at a grocery store instead of like a restaurant because I don't like cooking in a restaurant, especially when I did the kitchen here.
I don't either.
Because I rather cook at home for my family instead of the stupid restaurant that I get paid for. I rather, because cooking is one of my passions, but I'd rather do it at home.
Personally, I have no idea how to cook except for macaroni and cheese.
I can cook steak, hamburgers, ribs.
Oh, and I can cook spaghetti, weirdly enough.
I can cook spaghetti and mac and cheese. One time I made spaghetti in the microwave. Because I was living in a hotel room, so I didn't have a kitchen. So I had to make it in the microwave. It's actually not that bad.
I mean, it's very simple. It's like a slightly more complex version of ramen. Like, you got to be very specific with how much time you leave the noodles in the water. That's kind of about it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think it turns into soup noodle.
Yeah, soup noodle. But I think my favorite thing to cook all the time was a quesadilla and grilled cheese sandwiches. But I load mine up with like a whole bunch of meat, so it's like not like just a regular grilled cheese sandwich.
Fair enough.
Or a quesadilla.
Right. A lot of things have been happening. Like, we're planning to do hopefully, a little project that both of us are gonna kind of like, right?
Yeah.
You've been talking about it too. Do you want to go? You want to keep it a secret? Or do you want to talk about it?
Let's keep it a secret for now.
Okay.
And when you get a little bit more farther into it, then we can tell them about it.
You mean bigger audience, or like when it's less of a wishful?
Push hold, I guess, like because you got finished with the first page.
No. I'm already public with like
Oh yeah, that one.
with the webcomic. I mean, I'm talking about like.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, we want to keep that till we get set up to play it.
Surprise them.
Yeah.
Because I really think like an audience would really like a story, and you've been talking about it for. I'm not. I hope I'm not spoiling it.
No, I've been talking about I want to play it again.
Yeah.
Because I want my characters to have fun in this like whole new world.
Now you just spoiled it.
Well, let's just tell them anyways. We want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
But we want to do a podcast series for it.
Yes. And I have 3 characters. You have like a lot of characters.
I'm the guy who makes the story.
Well, yeah. We're gonna have my level 130 in there.
Look, well, hold on. Well,
hey, we got 3 characters to explore.
A bit of background is that we played a game.
D&D for so long, so our characters rolled over time and time.
We played a story. Well, I made up. I was the DM for a Dungeons and Dragons game for about 12 or 13 sessions, and we wanted to continue playing. This is really good, and I really liked making the boss battles, and I really like making a good story. And something stopped us from playing it, and now we want to try to see if we can pick back up off on the where we were on the story, and we would like to record it because I know some YouTubers have some podcasts out there that are D&D, and we'll lay down some background for you guys if you want. If you guys want to check it out. I'm sorry, I should have.
But I got 3 characters.
Yeah.
I got the 2 soldier guys.
Yes.
And then one that's like really overpowered. But the thing is that he's not gonna fight anybody. They just hired him for protection, just in case if something happens to them.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, some of my characters are powerful enough that I sort of just I leave them in the background.
Yeah, that's what this character is just going to be on the background. They can call on them if they need them.
Like a summon?
Yeah, basically. That's how overpowered he is, and he cannot die.
Yeah, because if you play as a... The problem with God tier level characters in a D&D game, because I think you're a little...
That's a little bit overpowered.
It would destroy the story, and there would be no gameplay to even play D&D at all.
Well, it's like some things that can kill this character, but you have to take the sword out of his hand first. But if you take the sword out of your hand, now your character will be cursed. With that,
yeah, okay.
That's why my character is so dangerous.
Yes! And you got 2 other normal army guys, and we can do stuff with that.
Yeah, but one can blow himself up, but lose brain cells in the process of blowing himself up.
We shouldn't spoil too much of the...
We're not telling the stories, we're just telling the backgrounds to our characters.
Yeah, your characters are from the military.
Yes, one's from the Navy SEALs and the other one's from the U.S. Army.
Yes.
But they both are brothers.
Yes. You remember what happened to them?
One got captured.
Yes.
And then the younger brother is looking for him.
Yes. Zeke, when Zeke was playing the next level, he beat the three
main bosses.
The optional, semi-optional kind of boss levels.
Yeah.
Where you got to pick which levels to go to. He got past all 3, and I was literally working on the next story arc beat. It was to actually go rescue your character.
Yeah. Well, my character was an idiot and went exploring on his own.
Yeah, it was in a realistic scenario. Even if you're one military guy, you run after and say, "I'm going to attack the Dark Lord of everything." I don't think one Navy SEAL guy could take on the Dark Lord of everything.
Yeah, you know how bad training they go through?
But it's the Dark Lord.
Because if you think about it, Navy SEALs, they come at you all they got too. They only a 6-man team.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't lie to you and say he wouldn't put up some sort of fight, obviously, because he's a military guy. But it's like, it's still the Dark Lord of everything. You would probably bruise the villain, and then he would just knock you out, and he would put you in a jail cell.
Well, that's where he's sitting right now.
He might even have a cool aesthetic scar on his face that you gave him, but he still got you in there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he likes his little brother coming after him now, and he can summon a goddess, basically.
Fair enough. Okay, we're getting too much into this. This is supposed to be for a project later on. This is a podcast. We're supposed to tell people about our personal lives until all our secrets are revealed and the public knows who we are. And then we become highly predictable personalities that no one likes.
But, I think, when I get my Xbox One, I'm gonna do my live stream on Twitch.
Okay.
Because, right now, I pre-ordered the new Modern Warfare. That is coming out in October. I still have to put $30 down on that so I can get the game. So I'm gonna save up, because it's like $380, $390 for a used Xbox One X. So
that is...
Save up a couple paychecks and then get it.
Yeah, or you're lucky to distribute.
I know. I ask all the time about distribution for an Xbox One X. I'm like, we don't have any. So I went to GameStop not that long ago and with Duran, and we asked how much are your Xbox Ones, and they're like $380, $390.
All right.
Free used.
We have a part of our campus that we live on for our group home. We have this donation center that goes that people donate stuff to.
Clothes.
Any
shoes,
assortment of things.
Sometimes you find computers.
Sometimes they even just donate food. A lot of us, our job for some of us in the group home we live in, which is about like 20 or 30 dudes, 4 or 5 volunteers are allocated towards each sort of service in the homeless shelter that we live in, because we're trying to get our lives together.
Yes.
And in the donation area, sometimes people get lucky and when you just join it in the program,
you do grounds crew first.
Yes, you sweep the grounds, you make sure there's no sort of leaves or
trash.
It sucks the worst during summer because you are standing out there for 2 hours.
Well, in the morning time, yes, and you gotta work till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
But you're usually given 1 to 2 hour break between the two.
Yep.
It's kind of like a job, but it's easier.
But I'm working 8 hours.
Yes.
And I'm pushing shopping carts in 108-degree weather today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be like super drained out. I come home tired because the heat's draining all my energy.
I noticed how, yeah.
And I'm like, can this end now? I don't want to be here till 11. End, please. But the time goes slower and slower. I'm like, you suck.
It's remember that that psychological thing I told you.
I know. I'm like, I stopped thinking about it, and then when I start zoning out, when I'm just pushing shopping carts, the time goes a little bit faster.
See, it does work a bit. When it does come to distribution, sometimes you get lucky and people donate legitimate video games or video game consoles.
Yeah, that's how you got your Xbox 360.
Yeah, I found when I was working in distribution, I found that both those systems first month I was in, and I didn't save them. I was praying no one would go near them, and then I asked if I could. I put in a distribution voucher slip, and I asked for the GameCube that I saw in there, and the Xbox 360 I saw in there, and a few of the video games in there, and there were some legitimate games like Lego The Hobbit and Star Ocean, and I haven't played Star Ocean since I was a little kid, and this one must have been like a different. It's like a space sci-fi RPG
Yeah,
anime thing.
I remember growing up as a kid. I had a GameCube, and I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2
E.
because I liked the soundtrack on that game. You can drift, drag race, regular racing, and you can customize your car however you wanted it to be. You can have lean lights,
Yeah.
hood scoops, spoilers, bumpers, sides, side. You can put a back bumper on it, a whole hood scoop, and like all different kinds of stuff on it. And you can paint it however you want it. You can put decal stickers on it.
Freaking yeah.
And then I have like fast cars because I built, and you can like build your engines and stuff in the games. So I had like fast cars. My brother couldn't keep up with me because I built my cars all crazy.
I don't see too much of the appeal of racing. I mean, I could get how you'd like it.
It's because it's competitive. Racing's competitive too, like first-person shooters. Because when I play Forza Horizon, people will straight up drag racing each other to see whose car is the fastest.
That's what game. You're a competitive gamer. That's why you like Call of Duty. That's why you like all military. That's why you like the racing, don't you? You're more focused on like the competition of it.
Yes, I am. I can keep up with the top clans. FaZe.
It's the only
Dude.
clan I know.
Dude, I forgot another top clan, but I went against them a couple times in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one, on Warzone.
Okay.
And I forgot which one who I was facing against on FaZe, but I freaking killed him like 6 times.
Got you.
He cussed at me like a couple times. I'm like, yeah, you suck. And you're supposed to be in the top clan?
Okay. I don't play a lot of Call of Duty, but the one that I did for a very long time was Modern Warfare, and I got as far as like I did beat the whole story, and then I just kept going on multiplayer to the point where I did get a star, and I maxed out once over, and I jumped on to the next star.
Prestige?
Yeah, I did. And then what happened was I ran into a group, or just one dude that kept hacking, and he was on my team.
Yeah.
And everyone else left, including people on my team, and I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of cool. It's not like I'm taking advantage, I just didn't care. And then he took away all of my levels, and I went to one level without star, and I could not level up anymore. And there's a little text over my screen saying, are you mad? Go to this so-and-so YouTube channel. I'm like, I couldn't even remember the name he gave me. I couldn't even look him up, and he ruined the game.
Yeah, hackers suck.
Hackers like that suck, yeah.
Because all hackers suck. Because you're cheating.
No, not white hat hackers.
Like, you got aimbot.
Yeah.
Wall hacks.
Yes.
And all those. You use all that, you still freaking suck.
I'm going to blow your mind with some facts about hacking. So there's 3 types of hackers. They're called...
I know. There's good hackers, bad hackers. But if you cheated on a video game, you suck. Period.
Yes.
Because you're not leveling up legit. You're using aimbot to hit people. You're just cheating. Period.
And yeah, I want to say this to a certain person if they're listening to this. Their name's probably John, or Greg, or Locke. They're listening to this at all. I want to say something. If you're hacking, or if you're cheating, or if you're doing anything unfair, it shows how weak you are as a person, because you yourself alone cannot do anything to affect. So feeling insecure and weak of your own abilities, you tend to use unfair advantages on a person to get what you want, and that shows that if I were to say go one-on-one with you in real life, you wouldn't last at all. And I'm just a random fat guy. It shows how weak you are if you do that.
I wasn't really good at Call of Duty to begin with when I started out. I was terrible. But throughout the years, I got better and better.
Yeah.
It just takes time. Racing games I was naturally good at. Because I just like going fast, and I love fast corners. So I grew up playing a lot of racing games. I didn't really start playing Call of Duty until I was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I got my first Xbox 360. My brother got an Xbox 360, so we had an online count. And we were playing Modern Warfare 3 together, online. That's when I learned how to quickscope.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then when Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out, that was the hype of Call of Duty Zombies at the time. Because the zombie maps were good. The DLCs were good. You get a DLC, you got a cool gun called the Peacekeeper, and that freaking gun was freaking OP. It was overpowered. Freaking, my favorite weapon to use was in Black Ops 2 was the FAL and the MP7.
That sounds like fail.
Yeah, I know, but the FAL was a semi-automatic weapon, and I had a fast trigger finger. So it turned into a fully automatic weapon.
I think you would love Borderlands then.
I used to play Borderlands, believe it or not. I used to play Borderlands 2.
Did you play the first one?
I didn't play the first one. I don't think I played the first one, but I did play the second one.
Okay.
But if I did, I don't remember if I did or not, because it's been a while.
I've never played Borderlands 2 myself, but I have beaten Borderlands 1, and I would say that there's a weapon near the end that you get from the second to last boss fight.
Yeah.
That is, you would just love. And I'm going to tell you what it is.
Huh.
Quadruple shotgun sticky grenade launcher.
Oh yeah, I would definitely love that.
You have to fight him when he's using it, but when you kill him,
You pick it up and you can use it.
you shoot and it scatters like multiple shotgun shells of grenade level sticky bombs everywhere, and then it explodes. It's freaking amazing.
When I was playing Borderlands 2, that game was so fun because the story was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And when you get to like the last main mission, you find a freaking big old monster.
I think in one, yeah, you do as the last boss as well.
Because they open the vault, so you have to fight the freaking monster that's coming out of it.
Yeah, in one they do that too.
And I think it was a dragon this time. I don't, my memory's not that well because I haven't played it in years.
In one it was a giant tentacle monster.
Oh yeah, I have played that one because I beat it.
Oh.
In a day.
Fair enough.
Because I think I started at like 12 o'clock in the morning till like 12 o'clock at night. So 12 in the morning to 12 in the morning again. Till I beat it. So I beat it in 24 hours.
Jeez, I mean, for me, like, when I get a new game, yes, it pushes me to, like, do 8 to 12 hours sometimes. But normally I finish a game like Borderlands in about 3 or 4 days, not one day.
Well, because I love playing story games. So, like, I get addicted to it. So, throughout, like, when I was playing, like, Call of Duty, it doesn't just take me, like, a couple days to beat it. It takes me, like, 8 hours just to beat it.
Because nobody realizes how actually pretty decent the Call of Duty story mode is.
And then, when I beat it, I play multiplayer and zombies, and I get bored of playing multiplayer and zombies. I go back to campaign, because I beat it on regular, so I go on veteran.
The cycle continues.
And then I re-beat it on veteran to get those harder achievements to get. So when I beat it on veteran, then I go back to multiplayer and zombies because I get bored. Because when I'm used to winning all the time or losing, I win like 5 games in a row, then I lose 2 in a row, then I win 5 more in a row.
What's your favorite like moment in multiplayer? Around, I guess.
My favorite thing about multiplayer is when you're playing with like stupid people and you sneak up right behind them, you freaking like kill them instantly.
Fair enough.
Because I was playing against people, I think on the Modern Warfare, the new one, and then freaking killing them left and right. It was the same person too. And he was all getting upset, like, you're cheating, you're hacking. I'm like, dude, how old are you? Like, how old are you? Like, exactly how old are you? He's like, I'm 12. Dude, I'm like 25. I've been playing Call of Duties for years.
I weirdly enough, I always liked when I was younger. I always liked to do PvP on Minecraft.
Yeah, player versus player.
Yes, because I sucked at the physical combat of it, but like in the creative aspects and the building, I was amazing. So I often put the entire arena and area to my advantage because I will swing wildly, but I will also make an arena where every button you press and I will.
I know it turns into like you have like traps all over the place.
I will make stone pressure plates match with the same color as a normal stone block.
Yep.
Build an arena and every stone block be connected to TNT and have it explode everywhere and make myself my own personal boss battle.
I did that. I used to do that all the time in Minecraft with my brothers and my sister and his friends. I will build my house somewhere far away from them.
Okay.
And I will dig tunnels underneath their houses. And at the time, my brother was dating his wife, and me and Sarah became allies.
Okay.
In Minecraft, because me and my sister are close. So we didn't do anything, so we just became allies. So I showed her the tunnels, and she moved into my house, but she wanted her own house, so I helped her build her own house and have her tunnels connect with mine. And so we digged underneath my brother's girlfriend's house at the time, and we sold all of her diamonds and her gold and her iron.
All right.
And put the floor back how it was, and then we left. But I put TNT underneath my brother's house. So when because his pressure plates matches his wooden house, so when he stepped on it, he got so mad when I blew up his house. He didn't know it was me at first until he's like called me. It's like, did you blow up my house? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I was in Minecraft in one of the PvPs. I made a base far away as well, but I went and dug underneath every other player's house, and then I'd place TNT, a pack of it, directly underneath each house that they had, and I had somebody monitor every house there, and then I'd announce, I have TNT underneath every house. If you make any sudden movements, I will blow you up, and then I ransom them and make them give me stuff.
I didn't make people I didn't ransom anybody to give me things. I just digged underneath their house and steal their crap and leave.
In common sense, I guess, yeah, it would make more sense.
Because if they're not in their house and they just out mining or something, that's like the perfect time to raid their house. Because you're digging underneath their house, so you can dig up in their house and then replace the blocks back and then you leave.
Yes, but I could tell them to dig for stuff from me. It's like servitude. I'm sorry, I'm being real mean with it.
Or if you don't get... I had to kill a couple people sometimes. I killed like 2 people at one time because they were double teaming me.
Yes.
And I had a diamond sword and I had like all diamond and they had all iron. So I killed I killed both of them. And I took all their stuff and like...
In one of the Hunger Games a couple years back in high school, when we had when I was doing a game, it was down to me and one other guy, and it was like Goku versus Superman. This man was decked out in enchanted pure diamond sword, diamond armor.
Yep.
But I was invisible with every single potion effect on me.
Yep.
And I did have a diamond sword, but I only pull it out, and the battle would usually be like, I would get a lot of hits off on him, and that would do a lot of damage, and then he would just do one shot, and that would really screw me up, and then I'd pull away the sword, and I'd try to recover, and I tried to flee and heal, and then the host kept porting me back to him, and because I didn't want to fight him at like half health.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now they got netherite armor now, so I have netherite armor now, so I'm just running around with netherite armor, all enchanted and everything.
Okay.
And so now people try to fight me, they're like, oh crap, he got netherite. How did he get a whole freaking armor of netherite and enchanted? swords, bows, and all that.
Oh, that's right. Back.
Because I grind when I play Minecraft, so I just go to the nether, look for netherrack.
They didn't even have netherite back then, man.
Now they do. Now it's like, it's hard to find, but when you do find it,
Yeah.
I will stay in the nether for like hours just looking for like a whole bunch of it just to make netherite blocks, bricks, so I can go home, make the armor, chant it. So I'm just sitting there grinding and grinding, and people,
Alright.
and then like people try to kill me, and I pull out another netherite sword, they freak out and they run away. Because I have like this OP gear now, and they're like, "Oh crap, this guy's like."
They probably take lava as well.
Yeah, because I have fire resistance. I have like fire resistant potions. Because I'm just grinding in the nether, so I have all these different potions on me too.
That's totally a game where enough patience can just make you overpowered.
Yeah, because it's like
The battle really is who can get the armor and stuff the fastest.
basically yes, but at the time I didn't have a house, so
Yeah.
I basically was always in the nether. And sometimes people do find me in there. It's just like hardly, and then like they start chatting to me, like typing in like,
Try to roleplay it out.
yeah, like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm just mining.
And then you dig straight down.
No, I didn't dig straight down. I'm like, I got a full netherite armor. You want to fight me, bro? You got a problem?
Ah!
He's like, no, I'm looking for something else. I'm like looking for braze wads, so I give him a couple braze wads because I had a whole bunch of them.
What is a braze watt?
I mean, braze wad? It's a freaking
Oh,
thing.
blaze rod. I thought you said braze watt.
I thought I said the same thing too. But it's for like making potions and making the ender. I haven't beat the ender legitly though. I kind of cheated and went to creative to get all my crap sometimes and go kill the dragon. But I never beat Minecraft legit. But I almost did this one time with my brother. But I kept on dying over and over again.
Yeah, it came. I beat it once legit, and when I did beat it, it felt like I was just hitting myself with a brick.
Yeah.
Every time I get there, I managed to destroy one tower, and then he would just knock me off, or I'd die instantly off the tower. Until at one point, all of them are gone. Then I just fight the dragon, I kill it, and then after that, I spent a whole year on that one server, and it was just one player, and I made an entire fortress in like the end. I made all the towers itself connect by height without creative in the slightest. It was pure survival. And then I made 3 or 4 levels down below, and
Yep.
I had like not even in creative. I had 3 or 4 64 blocks of iron.
Yep.
And I was on the I had so many secret passages and mines.
Because iron's easy to find. It's like not like hard to find.
I did actually manage to get one full. No, I had like one stack of diamond blocks.
Because when I played Minecraft a lot, I always had a lot of iron, a lot of gold, and a lot of diamonds. But now, because they added new ore, like now they have copper, that freaking ugly color.
Yeah.
They have that in there. So now that's like the most easiest thing to find. And of course iron's like the next easiest to find. But now they have like newer caves, like freaking huge caves that you get lost in.
Different, like I heard there were even biome caves.
Yeah. Like literally you walk into a cave and it's like all big and huge. You get freaking lost in there. And it's so dark in there, like there's a whole bunch of mobs in there, so you're running away from like a whole bunch of mobs.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sucks because I died so many times in that freaking stupid cave.
If I learn how to place objects down, I think I want to play Minecraft more. I think I do want to do like a legitimate Let's Play on Minecraft, just
Yeah.
for the sake of it, because it is literally the Coca-Cola of YouTube. And
Yeah, like, there's a lot of games that people still like to watch, like Grand Theft Auto 5. That's like another game that people like to watch.
yeah,
Because people are like hacking on it now, on online. So like people are pulling up actually like you can role play as a cop, a thug.
no, okay, listen,
Yeah,
no.
those are actual mods.
No, I don't know if we should play Grand Theft Auto
No,
because
I'm not talking about here. I'm just saying what people are doing on Grand Theft Auto 5 now.
okay,
You can literally like make any car into a cop car now. It looks more real. They actually use the actual name brands of cars.
okay.
So people are like, it looks really cool because I probably want to do that one day. Just hack on Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's an old game. So Grand Theft Auto 5 doesn't really carry anymore. It's just these newer games.
There are even some roleplay servers.
Yeah, and Call of Duty still have an anti-hacking software into it. They do not want you to cheat at all in Call of Duty.
Because there are professional things about it.
Yeah, and Apex Legends has an anti-cheatware. So does Fortnite now, because they are tired of people cheating. Because it's not fun when you're playing against a bunch of hackers. I get bored. Because if I'm dying by aimbot or someone's using wall hacks, I'm like, you're not even trying.
It's because, okay, the ultimate facts or the reason behind anyone who hacks or does unfair advantages is because if they're ready to play the game legitimately,
They suck.
they usually would suck. Unless if you're a YouTuber who's going out of their way to get views and wants to ruin my day and make me a laughing stock, you'd hack and then you'd wait for me to say this, and then you'd unhack, and then you'd prove that you're really good and beat the crap out of me and make me a humiliating mess. But however, I defend myself by being the meta one talking about this first before I get proven wrong.
Well, here's the thing. Because even Twitch has an anti-cheating. Like, if you're streaming and people call you out for hacking,
Yeah.
because some Twitch streamers actually screwed up and showed them their cheats, their hacks, so they got banned from Twitch.
That makes sense.
Even if people are just tired of people hacking, because it ruins the game.
Yes, but they're also trolls who just like to see the misery of others in video games.
But here's the thing. I can kill a hacker. He's just good luck trying to find me because I'm hiding in the bush. Waiting for you.
Well, because it's hacking, then some can have like wall hacks. And
Yeah, they can see you through a wall.
anything you really do, they're in control of.
Yeah, and the aimbot, you can literally shoot somebody through a freaking wall.
Yes.
It makes it unfair.
The only thing that really pisses them off is when you tell them the truth that they
They suck.
suck and that they would have no talent if they didn't use hacking, and
It's like this.
it gets to them, and then they start killing you instantly, and they're focused on you and not the game.
Yeah, because when you call them out on it, it makes them very frustrated. Because like, oh, I'm not cheating. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove it.
Like, you're getting real.
Yeah, and he turned him off. This dude literally freaking sucks, bro. I'm killing him left and right when he took off his hacks. I'm like, dude, I told you, you suck. You had to use hacks to kill people. Play the game legit, and you will get better.
That's the whole point of like video games is you get good.
Look at me. I was terrible at Call of Duty. I was like always negative.
You suck at first.
I sucked at first. When Call of Duty, I got better when Call of Duty Black Ops 3 came out. I was always in the top 3. Win or losing, I was always in the top 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes I had a bad game and I went negative a couple times.
Mhm.
But I was always going positive. Like, I had like 25 kills and 13 deaths, or 26 kills and 13 deaths.
And it's realistic because
Yeah.
you're not expected to be like 32-0.
No.
You're gonna get shot. And you're gonna be
Yeah.
beaten.
But I did go one game 30-0.
What?
Yeah. That was the best game I played so far. That's the only game that I went 30-0. I got the nuclear bomb, and my team won.
Fair enough.
I did go 25-0 one time in Call of Duty Ghost, and I got the freaking nuke
Okay, it's
bomb.
rare.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very rare for me to go 25-0, especially when it's infected. That game was freaking hard because you got a whole bunch of people throwing knives at you and knives. But I killed 25 of them and got the nuke bomb, and I technically won that game mode.
Okay.
There was like 3 of us left.
What do you feel about RPGs?
RPGs,
Like Final Fantasy and all that.
they're pretty good. It depends on the story.
Some have time travel.
Yeah.
I have a theory. This is very roundabout. A lot of people, I think, believe that each game on its own is completely independent of the other one.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's true because I played Final Fantasy XII back in the day, and they referenced the planet from Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah.
They said like the name from the game, and there was a small cutscene, and I thought it was weird, and they called like the planet or the planet they were looking at like a nest of vipers or something.
Yeah.
And then later, like way later, like 10 years, I bought like Final Fantasy 13, and I was on that planet with that name, and that's what I found out like people called that planet. And I have this radical theory that the entire universe of Final Fantasy, including the one with Cloud and Sephiroth,
I like Cloud.
it's all on a timeline. It's all connected.
Yep.
Radically. Because there's so many correlations, like they say at the end of 12, the Age of Stone has ended. At the end of 13-3, they say that the time of crystals has ended. They're basically like they're saying the genre or era of the Final Fantasy 10, 11, 12 is over, and they're moving on to a different subject.
Yeah.
I think it's all in the same universe. And that's the funny thing is because in Final Fantasy 1, you know when that was made?
Shit. It was a while ago.
Stay with me for a moment. Final Fantasy 1 was made because the company of Square Enix, or I don't know if they were called that, but the ones who were making Final Fantasy 1, they were a gaming business that was plummeting, and they were bankrupt, and they had no money, and they didn't have anything, and they were about to close up shop, so they just decided to make a video game that they loved and enjoyed to do as a farewell to their game company. And they called it Final Fantasy because it was their Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
And then the game skyrocketed and became so extremely popular.
Yeah.
It pulled the company out of bankruptcy and made it one of the biggest franchises today. And literally dredged it out of like the brink. And it was pretty cool.
That's how Call of Duty was too, because the company who made Call of Duty was called Sledge.
Oh.
It was one of the founders of Call of Duty. Call of Duty came out in 2003.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's coming out every year.
It's the next phone.
It used to come out every 2 years.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because the other one came out in 2005, and that was it was called Call of Duty 2. Then they came out with Call of Duty 3, and then my favorite one, of course, was World at War.
I think that's the one that I played for the first time was World at War, and then I moved on to Modern Warfare 1, and then I sort of just stopped.
I played World at War first. Then it was...
Or was it World at War 2? Was there a second one?
There was a second one. It came out like a couple of years ago.
Was it like Red Rogue?
No, that was like the second Call of Duty ever made.
Oh.
No, this one was called World at War 2.
Okay, that might have been the first one I played.
Because World at War was the first one, because it was different. You played as a Russian character, then you played another one as a U.S. soldier against the Japanese.
Okay.
The Russians were fighting against the Nazis throughout the first couple
Nice.
missions, and then you were playing as a U.S. Army guy. Because when you first start out in World at War, you are tied up, and a Japanese guy is beating you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just remember the last level being like on Japanese soil, and it was a literal Japanese fortress.
yeah, that was World at War. That was like the first Call of Duty came out with zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, and the zombies, that was hard, believe it or not. But some people made it to high levels.
I just remember the fortress being stupidly hard to get to.
Yeah, I freaking beat that.
Uh,
And the campaign was beautiful in that game. It had a good story.
no, I mean,
And multiplayer wasn't that bad. The zombies were good. And then when they came out with the new World at War 2,
yeah.
the first mission you play is D-Day. When you storm the beach of Normandy.
In the newest one? Oh yeah. The
And that one's based off of World War II as well.
D-Day marks the beginning of the turning point towards the side of the Allies.
You're basically fighting a whole bunch of Nazis throughout the whole campaign. In where we stormed in at. So you're literally killing Nazis left and right.
I think it was also the day where like the most amount of like soldiers died because we
We lost over 200 million, I think.
200,000. It was literally we were just hurling so many men at the beaches that eventually someone was going to break through at some point. I think that was the strategy.
Well,
It's like a death box, and we just needed one or two to get past the death box to kill the people.
well, here's the thing, because they were on high ground. They were in a bunker that you couldn't really see them, and they were shooting friggin' big guns at us. So
They had a high ground. It was a beach area.
yeah.
It's a clear shot.
So when you came in, took us 2 years and we won.
Yes.
No, 1 year, because they came in 1944 to 1945.
Did you know that like
The
during,
war was like already started. We just came in later when they attacked us.
we came in to help against the Germans because Japan, assaulted us at Pearl Harbor.
Yep, that's when we hopped in. It's 1944.
Japan was allied with Germany. We were like, enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Yeah, and then you screwed up. You attacked us, so we dropped a nuke bomb on you.
Yes. And
And then we felt bad, and we became allies.
we felt bad because we dropped 2 nukes on their capital cities.
Yep, and killed a lot of people.
So we decided. I think we gave them.
I think we're the bad guys in these stories.
Well, maybe for the first one, but after the first one, we actually did. I think we talked. The U.S. talked to like the Emperor of Japan, and they were like surrender. He was like no, and we just threw another bomb in because he refused to give up. And then after the second one, so many people disagreed with the Emperor that everybody just surrendered and disregarded the Emperor's orders.
Yeah, makes sense because at the time we're the only ones who invented a nuke bomb.
At the time, but I think we heard there were rumors that like Germany was working on something, but they couldn't catch up with the U.S.
No, because think about it. Because at the time we had, what was his name, Albert Einstein? At the time,
No,
what was his name who created the nuke bomb?
I don't know his name, but I know his quote.
Hmm.
I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, it was him. And
I think the quote was like essentially, he wished he never made the nuke.
yeah, because he basically made a thing, split atoms in half to basically make a nuke bomb.
There's like, for every nuke that blows up, there's a 0.05% chance that it would light the literal oxygen on the entire planet on fire and destroy everyone instantly.
Well, it's a certain radius that it will like.
It's a low percentage, but it's
Yeah, you gotta be like super far away from it.
no. I mean, like literally, that's
I
how
know.
powerful a nuke. I think one nuke could actually blow up.
It can blow up a big city. It's just you have to be like freaking hella far away from it. Because when you are like really close to it, it will literally melt your skin.
I don't think it would. If you're close enough to it, it would just disintegrate you to the atom.
Basically, and then like you're like far away, is like maybe like 5 miles away. Your skin's all freaking burning
and red and crumbled up.
Yep, and then you like fall apart and die.
And if you're farther than that, you still have to worry about the
radiation.
I don't know. I was gonna say the shockwave.
Yeah, because when it went off, it literally destroyed buildings.
Yes, if you're far enough away, but you don't get on fire, you'll still have to worry about like the.
Yeah, but I was thinking about like maybe like 500, 600 miles away, so you can watch it explode.
I don't want to see millions of lives lost.
No, not like that. But when you were playing Modern Warfare 2, and an enemy was actually holding you, and a nuke bomb went off.
We'll do a little tie-in. In Modern Warfare 1, there was a nuke that went off.
Yeah.
And that was the same exact nuke in Modern Warfare 2, placing Soap and that guy actually in the same era and universe. You just got to see the guy who blew up the nuke in 1.
Yeah, because you're like, he's holding you, the character, that bad guy.
Yeah.
And you literally watch a freaking nuke bomb go off and killing millions of people, even including when it stops showing that cutscene, you're in a helicopter crashing down.
Yeah.
And you have like something stuck inside you, so your character pulls it out, and he's all limping away, but that character dies.
He does it. I think that's the ironic thing is like he survives the nuke. He survives the initial helicopter crash and dies from the blade piercing him and not the bomb itself.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
He bled out.
Can you imagine, like, he looks up at the mushroom cloud and just passes out from blood loss and not the bomb.
Yeah. It really sucks because, like, now Russia has nuke bombs, Japan has nuke bombs, China has nuke bombs. So if we go out all on World War III, we all are just gonna drop nukes on each other.
No. I looked. I got a little bit into this during my time in one of the shelters before I came to this program. We have enough nukes that if every single one we had were to explode, it would destroy the planet. Well, statistically,
yes.
All of them combined, if all of them went off simultaneously, it would destroy Earth.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People are saying we might have a World War III on our hands soon because everybody's breaking because of freaking COVID.
Listen, I think the way the world's going to end is probably through nuclear warfare.
I believe that too.
Unless if somebody becomes the next Iron Man and like finds a way to create a worldwide EMP to permanently electronically knock out every nuclear bomb on the planet.
Well, if you drop an EMP, it doesn't matter if it's a nuclear. If you drop an EMP anywhere, that means electricity will go down.
Yep.
The internet will go down.
Yep.
People will start freaking out.
Yep. And I would rather have that happen. I'd rather have an electronic apocalypse than the planet exploding. Yeah.
Well,
because that means there's still communities and
and the cool thing is, all them stupid electric cars you guys are driving won't freaking work because it's all computerized. All the modern cars that are computerized won't work, so I'm gonna find me a piece of junk car that doesn't rely on electronics.
Gasoline.
Well, no, not just that, because all cars are gasoline, but they have computer chips in them.
Not every car.
All the newer cars have computer chips in them.
Go to your next used dealer salesman of cars in 1997.
Or yes, because I'm talking about like all the older cars don't have computer chips.
Yeah.
You literally had to work on them daily when they break down to figure out what freaking happened to it.
Yes, but
now all these cars that have electronics, when an EMP goes off, you ain't starting your car because your computer chip is fried in it.
But in the apocalypse, we both know. Now we both can plan to go to the used car dealer salesman and buy us
a classic car.
Yeah.
Because those things are made out of steel,
Yes.
not whatever freaking metal they're using now. That freaking, like...
It's a better than nothing situation.
It's a freaking tin can, basically, because how easy freaking dented it is. They should have just stuck with steel. Because there was, like, hardly any damage to your car to begin with when you crashed it.
Do you know what the world's first tank looked like?
The freaking made out of metal.
No. It was... The idea came from the fact that it was literally a cannon strapped
To a vehicle.
to 2 tracks. Like, no motor, no cockpit. It was a dude on a turret-sized cannon with 2 tracks like this size, and they would just move with the cannon. There's no armor. The dude is completely seeable. He were to turn, and that's the first tank that was made up.
Dang. Now, look at our tanks now, dude.
Yeah. Like, you got like a...
Freaking...
SAM rockets?
Yeah, dude, freaking... Made out of steel. Freaking it can take rockets.
Yes. Can not just take rockets, can take other tank shots.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Now,
like a boss battle.
well, here's the thing. Now they made armor-piercing bullets. Some of the... If you shoot at a 50 cal, it can go right through a tank.
Yeah, armor, and they're gonna always upgrade and try to get the next best armor, and the armor is gonna be like they're gonna try to get the next best weapon to beat that armor.
Yep.
You hear about water armor?
Yeah. How's that supposed to work? Is it supposed to slow down a bullet?
I think it's supposed to be much more lighter than Kevlar, and there's some Kevlar in it, and that's sort of it's Kevlar is like hundreds of pounds, but Kevlar is like 50.
Yeah.
Oh, like water armor is 50 and has the same effect as like Kevlar.
Yeah, here's the thing though. When you get shot though, you still feel the impact of the bullet going
Yeah.
in the armor, and it hurts like hell.
Well, I mean, would you rather get shot, or would you rather feel like you got decked in the face?
I'd rather take a bullet, because it's going to go in and out one way or another, or it will stay in. There's some bullets go through and through.
Yeah, some Kevlar and protection, all this, but that also means the availability of weapons, because in the U.S. we are the most openly allowing of people to buy weapons, but we're still not going to allow them to buy grenade launchers.
There's reasons why we have guns.
Yes.
Because we have a Second Amendment.
If our government gets evil.
And that too, but we have the right to bear arms.
No, they added that amendment because
they've added it since 1776. That it's an old amendment. It's a Second Amendment. We have the right to bear arms against our government. We have the right.
Yes.
We are allowed to bear arms to protect our family from people breaking into our house and against our government.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because now, I'm kind of frustrated at how the U.S. is going. They're taking out the freaking pledges of allegiance out of schools.
Let's just agree that wherever it's going to the end of the world.
Basically, yes, because World War III is about to break down in the U.S. Like, civilians against the government, basically.
That's not World War. That's a civil war.
Well, World War III, people might hop into because we're fighting against each other.
That is what a civil war is, when
I know
two factions from inside the same country oppose each other.
Yeah, because think about it. It's like the rebels against the U.S. back in the day.
Yeah. Confederacy versus the Union.
Yeah.
I think, to be fairly honest, something's trying to drive a wedge between the government and the populace. The realistic way to solve this peacefully...
We used to be the people.
Yes.
It says it on the flag that I have on my wallpaper. We are the people. We're supposed to be...
we're about to get a little political here.
I don't like going politically, but the truth is, we need to start being as one again. Start as being a
Heel.
A hill. We need to start being, we are the people.
I think the problem isn't like who do you side with. The problem is we're all the same people. We all want protection, but we all want freedom. We got to sacrifice a little bit of freedom for that protection, and there needs to be a well balanced, oiled machine between who we are as people and the government
and a nation.
There needs to be a middle road.
We need to stop being stuck in this, like,
we're gonna eat each other like dogs and kill each other.
Yeah, it doesn't need to come down to that.
I don't know if we can talk about politics on YouTube.
Yeah, we can. People do it all the time.
Okay.
But here's the thing. My family fought for that flag. I had a grandpa, and I had a great-grandpa in World War II, and I had a grandpa in Vietnam. They bled and fought for that flag. So we can be free here.
Oh, here's a little fun fact. My own grandfather actually did fight in World War II. And my father, before he was dishonorably discharged, he was a sergeant officer, 3rd class. I don't know what that means.
It's a high rank, I guess.
I think that it was like a high-ranking engineer in the Army.
Because the last one, Major is the last one you can go to.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to study a lot about military because I wanted to join in the military.
A lot of people do.
Because I wanted to be like my grandpas, because they fought in the war. So I wanted to fight in the war and fight for what that flag actually means.
Yes.
Because if you guys know the story behind Star Being a Banner,
I think everybody has. I think
not everybody has. They don't really talk about it anymore in history.
I don't want to seem like PR.
Because people were locked up in a boat, and Francis Keyes was telling the people who were locked up in a boat in the cage, basically, telling them the flag is still there. What the freaking missiles or cannons, whatever they were shooting at back in the day, the flag was literally leaning like this and still standing. That's the reason why we're not underneath the UK ruling.
Alright.
Because the men who were trapped in that boat were praying, is that flag still there? This country was founded by Christian people.
Yeah.
And we are getting away from that.
I think we are. Back during like the times of the Revolutionary War, the majority populace believed in a God, and
yeah, the 4 founding fathers of the United States were Christians.
And both of us, we are Christian, and we are not ashamed to say that we aren't. We are, but it's not like we're trying to segregate or hate everybody.
No, I love people. It's just some people do stupid decisions.
Before I even became Christian, I myself was openly bisexual and transgender, and something happened major in my life that made me realize a lot of things about myself, and I wanted a lot of, I guess, I wanted to feel special or included. I wanted attention because I didn't get a lot of love in my family, and I found that there was a crowded group that was willing to like have me feel loved, yeah. And
I didn't have love at home either. I grew up in a broken home. Believe it or not, my mom and my biological father got divorced when I was 5. My mom got remarried a year later to this guy that physically abused me and my brother, sexually assaulted my oldest, and abused my other sister. And then she got divorced, finally got divorced when I was like about 9, 10. I was in 5th grade. Still happy. Middle school, got bullied a little bit, but I stood my ground, got in a couple fights.
Yeah.
And then high school came around. I stopped fighting. I just didn't care if people were picking on me or not. You pick on my friends, that's different. You just hit because my friends loved me, they cared about me, and I always showed up to school depressed all the time. So one day, someone was picking on my friend. He's short. He's like,
It's getting really serious.
he was like super short. He was like about like waist height of me because I was like 5'8" at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like maybe 115 pounds, but I know how to fight because the old stepdad who was beating us also taught us how to fight. So I learned arm-to-arm combat, and then my grandpa taught us some survival skills. He dropped us off in the woods for a couple of weeks. Well, when it became to my friends, I'm overprotective of my friends and family. So you pick on me, my friends, you also, like, you know, you don't know. So I got in a couple fights in high school for protecting my friends.
The people that you meet out here in the real world, like the ones that don't like speak or talk a lot, are honestly the kinder and better ones.
I'm like that way. I'm the quiet one. Sometimes when I'm in the mood to talk, I can talk all day. But down right to it, I am a quiet person. I don't really talk. I'm the kindest person because I got a big heart for people.
Yeah.
And then people use my kindness for weakness, and they just walk all over me. And I got tired of it. That's when I started getting more depressed, suicidal. I got tired of living.
I've had a lot of people in my life actively try to like break me, and that sort of just made me stronger.
I was so broken when I came here. Like, I was literally drinking myself to death slowly. I was killing myself slowly.
You saw me. I mean, I was completely I was talking to myself. I was belligerent and crazy.
I was weighing 115 pounds. Hardly ate. Hardly sleep.
We both weren't in like an area of.
No. I was like so quiet when I came here. It took me 3 months to finally talk to people. 3 months, the first time I came here.
I think it took me 3 or 4 months to have my first legitimate thought.
Yeah.
That wasn't insane.
And I was diagnosed with bipolar depression.
Okay.
Yeah. I go to work like happy and stuff, and then like the second shift I get really depressed.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do my job anymore. Type of depressed, but I still push through it and finish my job. Because I had some moments that I just wanted to leave.
Okay. I think I wish we could like end this on a
Better note.
on a brighter note.
Ah!
We're talking about all the good stuff that happened in the beginning, and then we got really depressing at the end. Depressing and real. Let's
Real talk.
real talk. Be real and crap, man. Ah,
Yeah, I
freaking!
Man.
We gotta let's find a happy topic to talk about for like 5 minutes, just to
Okay.
improve the mood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to go out with like a sad thing.
You know, when I got paid yesterday, though, I was actually very excited because I got my first paycheck.
You should, man.
For the years, because when I was in high school, we had our teacher had a little small coffee shop that we do every Tuesday for the teachers, and we deliver it, and we got paid for that. That's how I got some money throughout high school.
All right.
So I got paid for that. I got like $100 every like week, so I was like so excited to get like $100.
You literally got $100 from a teacher every week.
Yeah, because it was through our school because we had to do job training
Okay.
and stuff like that. So it was like my first little job. Then I worked at Rite Aid
Okay.
for like 2 weeks, and I got fired for punching my manager in the face.
You literally attacked your manager.
Well, he was yelling at me. I don't like being yelled at. You yell at me, I get angry too.
What in the?
Yeah, I was not a good person back in the day. Okay, I'm now like because I was so broken at the time, but now I'm like super happy because I got a job now. I worked a week.
Yeah.
I made a couple of friends at work.
Yes.
A random coworker of mine that I did not know yet that works in the deli. She was sitting outside for like 10 minutes because I was pushing in carts and I was thirsty because of how hot it is. So I was standing
Okay.
at the side where the food deli is, where all the drinks are.
Yeah.
And I was looking which Gatorade I wanted because they have all different flavors. And so she randomly walks up to me, right?
Yes.
And she's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "My name is Ricky." Like, she didn't see it me. She's like, "What's your name?"
Okay.
Like,
Did you get into a conversation with her?
we just traded names and then we just went our separate ways. Because she went back to work and I'm going to the checkout line.
All right.
Because we get free Gatorade every.
I'll trust your judgment.
And then that was it. That was like I think the second girl at my work that talked to me. Because the first one, we talked maybe like the first 2 days when I started working on Thursday. And then Friday, she was kind of upset. She was a little bit frustrated, so I gave her a hug, so we started talking more. Because I'm a friend. If you're down and out of it, I will give you a hug.
Yeah.
Because I don't like seeing people hurt, because I know what it's like to be hurt.
Same here.
Because I want to see smile on people's faces, you know? Instead of a sad face.
Yes!
Even though how much I'm hurting in the inside, I still put a smile on my face.
It's because you know the pain. You don't want people to have that kind of pain.
Yeah. Even like when I look like angry at work, because when I'm getting tired, I look pissed off. And one of my managers came up to me like, "What's wrong? You look angry." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not angry."
Okay.
Because I still had a smile on my face. It's like, "You look angry, but you still have a smile on your face." "Oh, I'm just tired. I used to go to bed angry, so I have like this angry look all the time." I'm like, "I'm not angry. I just went to sleep angry all the time when I was growing up." So
I'm very glad you're already going through your life, and I'm not giving up yet. I'm never the type to just give up.
I'm not that either. I won't give up until like if I get like really broken, and that's when I start giving up.
Okay.
When I start to get like really hurt, like even though how badly you hurt me, I'm still that kind of a person, and I stay by your side throughout.
I get you.
Because friends are supposed to be loyal to one of each other.
Yes.
That's what makes a friendship.
Sort of. That's one quality of it.
One quality of it. You're supposed to have each other's back even through the rough times.
You also got to be friends and be like happy and chill and talk.
Yeah, and even in through the bad times, the good times, or the ugly times, you still got to have each other's back. That's what friendships are supposed to be like.
Yeah.
But you got friends stabbing friends in the back, telling lies about them.
When you find out it's about something so stupid as like money,
yeah,
it's like, dude, just get a job, or like, realistically, if you're that smart at acting, go to a theater and just
get a job.
Get a job working as like some clerk in the food area that does all the food prepping for the people that act, and work your way up as an actual actor over time.
Yeah.
You burn so many bridges in life, betraying others.
Yep.
That the only thing that you do is like spread this disease of
lies,
and you bring others into your fold, and you act all the same, and it's wicked.
It's toxic, and
it's toxic. But the truth can be the other way around. You can be and reach out in kindness.
Yes.
And somebody who's hurting can spread that kindness that you gave them, and the world can get healed as well.
Yes, because even though I hardly know my coworkers, and I only know them for a week now, especially like when I see someone upset, someone who's angry. I come up to them and it's like, hey, what's wrong? Because that's how I am. Because I've been through a lot growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are going through, so some people have bad days when they come to the store. So I put a smile on my face. I tell them, how are you doing? How's your day going? Being just polite and being kind.
And most people are cynical and usually don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think 2 days ago at work, I was putting in some shopping carts, right? Doing my day-to-day job, basically. And I was going to put the carts away and some dude grabbed my arm.
What happened?
I didn't say anything, but in my head it's like, dude, you grabbed the wrong person. I do not like to be touched.
Yeah,
That- Yeah, I give you hugs because if I see somebody, I'm going to give you a hug. But when you grab my arm, no, that you just hit my fight.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, you hit my fight or flight response, and likely I will just walk away, or night night.
All right. Well, I mean, it ended on a slightly better note. Instead of depression, it's violence.
And food. I did buy a lot of food though.
How much? What'd you get?
One day I got like hot wings and potato wedges.
Freaking.
And then I think Friday I got hot wings and the chicken strips, but the chicken strips were so freaking dried out.
Okay, you're making me hungry. Okay, we're ending this. We're done.
We're done.
We're good.
I'm
We're
hungry.
good.
I need to go eat.
We are accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose.
Dingus.